What's going on, Jerome? It's a beautiful Wednesday. Happy hump day out there to those who celebrate. It's time for another Vikings 7-round mock draft. Now, we get some questions and comments. So why do we lay out the offseason before the draft? Why not just draft? Well, I think what happens in free agency, whether keeping your own players or signing dudes in the open market to supplement your roster, I mean, greatly shifts what your draft strategy could be. Now, just take BPA because drafting for need keeps you drafting for need, yes, to a degree, but also, I mean, if the Vikings are back with Kirk Cousins, actually, that's a bad example. So say the Vikings are back with Danielle Hunter. Does that make sense? And also DJ Wanham and maybe Marcus Davenport is back. Does that make sense to make edge rusher priority early in the draft? Don't know. But, well, it's another terrible example because you can never have enough dudes who can get after the quarterback. And also Flores uses multiple personnel packages and guys playing all over the place. So, whatever. So we're going to get in, and here is our scenario because this is not NAM. There are rules here. Kirko signs a 3-year fully guaranteed deal. Now, I'm not advocating for this. And also, I think it's an outside chance. But say that the Vikings go down this route, or take fully out. Say it's a 3-year deal with heavy guarantees in 2025 and 2026. It's not out of the realm of possibility. And frankly, if the Vikings do this, they got to be all in. They really have to go for the pin these next couple of seasons. And I could see them putting quarterback of the future on the back burner. JJ signs a 4-year extension. Daniil walks, unfortunately, but Wanham is re-signed. Reisner is re-signed. Hicks is re-signed. Powell re-signed. Harrison retires, and then also Bryce Huff supplementing on the edge. The great UDFA rusher from the Jets had himself a monster season last year. I think it fit in very nicely with what Flores wants to do. So you got Huff and Wanham, as well as Andre Carter II, Patrick Jones II on the edge, and then Sean Murphy-Bunting. I feel like that's great. I feel like that's an absolute great signing. Not going to break the bank, and I think that Murphy-Bunting, along with Murphy Jr., Murphy Jr. I get Jr. and second mixed up. Murphy Jr., Blackman, great trio of cornerbacks there. So that's our outline. Let's dive on in. So Vikings start draft. And again, I'm not advocating that the Vikings should sign Kirk to a fully guaranteed 3-year deal, but if that goes down, I mean, quarterback of the future may be put on the back burner. So looking at this, and PFF's mock draft machine has been sort of messed up lately, but Williams may, and we're going to ignore McCarthy and Daniels out there because I actually think that there's a good chance that all four of them go top 10, as evidenced by Daniel Jeremiah's mock draft 2.0, where Daniels went to the Giants at 6, as well as McCarthy went to the Falcons at 8. So we're sitting here chilling. And this is a really great spot to be in. So Murphy II is there. Taking him at 11, I don't think would be out of the question. Quinion Mitchell is great, even though the Vikings do have some depth at corner. Dallas Turner would be fantastic. JPJ, if you want to go down that route. Got a couple trade offers. So the Ravens want to come up. It's kind of out of character for them. Don't really want to move down that far. So I'm going to stick and pick. And since we're really going for this mother, since we're really looking to get after this thing, I'm just going to say F you, screw it. We're taking Jackson Powers Johnson. And does that mean that we're getting rid of Bradbury? Maybe. Does that mean that there's going to be some competition along the offensive line? Yes, because Reisner is back. Bradbury, I think, maybe on his last legs, as well as Ed Ingram in year 3, hopefully steps up again. So I'm just... Since you're committing to Kirk Cousins for the next 3 years, and also you got to think as he gets older, his mobility is going to go down even further. I mean, I'm building a monster in front of him. There you go. And like we said, we're ignoring McCarthy, we're ignoring Daniels. So now we're in this spot. So we got our center, which is fantastic. So Chop Robinson is there, Darius Robinson. I think both of them could sneak into the back end of the first round. Kwame Lassiter is a cornerback I really like. Penix is there. So you could go down that road. Xavier Worthy, got some good receivers. Edgerrin Cooper, who I think is the best off-ball in this class, who would be great long-term with Pace Jr. So we're in an interesting spot. We got a trade offer from the Colts at 46. All right, so can we get 82? Can we make that mother work? All right, so move down 4 spots and 130, and then we pick up 82. Can we make that thing happen? If at first you don't succeed... all right, so we'll include 179. Sure, why not? There you go. Resume and enhance. All right, so move down 4 spots. They came up for Lassiter. Penix went to The Falcons, McCarthy, blah, 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 doesn't matter. So Chop Robinson, Darius Robinson. I just love Chop Robinson's motor. I think that he is fantastic. And even though, yes, you got Bryce Huff. Yes, you got DJ Wanham. Yes, you got Patrick Jones second, Andre Carr second. You can never have enough dudes who get after the quarterback. And I feel like there's a world where Flores gets 3, 4, 5 of them on the field at the same time. Why the hell not? So now's an interesting spot. So we got 82 from the Colts. And the Vikings do not have a third-round pick because of the Hockenson trade. So now, like we said, Kirk with the 3-year fully guaranteed deal, yes. But also, do you want to hedge your bet a little bit? And I feel like Michael Pratt in the third round, there ain't nothing wrong with that. Now, Trotter Jr. would be really tempting here. Like, do we push quarterback off for another round? Because you could probably get Jordan Travis a little bit later on. Joe Milton's a tight end. Sam Hartman, no. Slovis, no. Jason, I thought the Beam was going to be a little something. But Pratt here, do you just take him? I'm kind of tempted to, but Trotter Jr. is just there chilling. Just they're looking at us, man. And also we want to add some along the defensive line as well. So what do we do here? All right, screw it. All right, so even though Kirk is on a 3-year fully guaranteed deal, we are going to take Michael Pratt. I do like his size. I do like his velocity. I feel like downfield accuracy, there's a question, and it's great that he is a 4-year starter, but it just never seems like he popped, like full on, like, hey, that's a dude. But I think that there are some traits there. Plus, he has really good mobility as well. All right, so we got him. We got center, we got edge, we got quarterback of the future back in the 4th round. So picks remaining, we have 109, 145, 157, 166, 227. So there you go. Now, Marshawn Lloyd, they're chilling. LT3 is there. Absolutely love him. Stime is there. Anea Smith. Bo Limmer, who's an absolute stud. Mo Kamara, if we're going to go down that route, even though we're pretty good to go. Christian Boyd is there. I want to maneuver because I definitely want to get Boyd. But also I want Leonard Taylor third. So completely different strokes for different folks. Leonard Taylor, a little bit more of a 3-tech, 4-tech versatility type guy, and Christian Boyd is an absolute 0-tech, 1-tech. We're just going to get after here. So we're going to maneuver a little bit. And so who's up next? Falcons at 110. All right. Actually, I don't even think we need to go that high. All right, so say Steelers at 120. We'll give up 145 and 2 zigzags. All right, so 145. All right, so 145, 166 for 120, 198. Feels fair enough, right? One more time. Do. All right, so now we're going to stick and pick. We're going to take Leonard Taylor third, LT3. So we got our under tackle there. And now we're just going to go. Ooh, McKinley Jackson's there too, though. Christian Boyd. Absolute combine snub, did some really great work at the Shrine Bowl, and now the Vikings have some size on the inside. I'm really happy with how this has turned out so far. So now, let's see, we've got 3 picks left, 157, 198, 227. Dylan Johnson is just there chilling, just looking at us. I do think that Dylan Johnson, I think that the Josh Jacobs comps are pretty legit. I mean, he's not a home run hitter, but he runs with decent speed, runs with power, as well as really solid receiver out of the backfield. And you saw in the national title game when he got dinged up against Michigan, that was a game changer. Besides Washington's run defense just giving up 5 bajillion yards. So Dylan Johnson and Ty Chandler, it's a platform I can agree with. Dylan Johnson, Ty Chandler, 2024. There we go. All right, so 2 picks left. Havion Cohen is there. Let's see. Well, another off ball, except I think we can wait till 198. Yeah. Now, just going through, just want to find guys I like. I mean, we could have took Isaiah Davis a little bit later on. Hampton is there. Donovan Jennings. This actually turned out pretty damn good, even though the Vikings, I mean, Dylan McMahon, like, do we dare tempt fate again, taking the NC State center? I mean, again, scout the player, not the helmet. Oh, Daquan Hardy. Yeah, I like Hardy in this spot. All right, so Hardy coming on in. Not as much hype as his secondary brother in Kalen King, but Penn State's defense was legit this year, man. So now, actually, we have 2 picks left. Oh, yeah, because we didn't give up 227. So I'm just going to secure my guy. I'm just going to go get him. So Omar Spites. Omar's coming. Absolute leader, heart and hustle in the middle of that LSU defense. Now, do I think he's going to be a starter someday? Maybe, but also, maybe not, but I wouldn't bet against him. So Omar Spites, even though probably overdrafting him. Actually, no, I thought I was at 198. I was at 227. We're good to go. But looking here, so scenario, Kirk signed a 3-year fully guaranteed deal. Again, not advocating for it, but it is a possibility. It's a non-zero chance. Jefferson signs his extension. Daniil leaves. Basically, that's it. And then Bryce Huff as well as Sean Murphy-Bunting signed in free agency. So now, looking at the draft, I mean, since Kirko is signed up long-termo, the Vikings really went for it in other positions. So JPJ at 11, I fully understand. First-round center. What about Bradbury? Jackson Powers-Johnson has that ass and mobility. Yes, he's a one-year starter, one-year wonder, but he's got nastiness, and I feel like he's going to push right away for one of the starting guard spots, and I think that he may even push Bradbury out of the starting center spot, and maybe the Vikings just eat that $5 million in dead cap with Bradbury and move on, or potentially trade him for nothing. And then, all right, so we got a D- there, but whatever. We did a little deal with the Colts, moving on down from 42 to 46, getting Chop Robinson. So, Chop Robinson doesn't have the size or length that most teams are looking for on the edge, but absolute heart and hustle. And I think that he is a guy that could develop into a premier edge rusher in some capacity. Michael Pratt. So getting him in the 3rd round, A2. Again, you're sort of hedging your bets a little bit just in case Kirk does have a fall off. But Pratt, he's got NFL size, NFL frame, he's got NFL arm strength. He does need to work on some footwork and accuracy, but also really good mobility too. So I could see him as a developmental, eventual high-end backup, maybe a little bit something more. 4th round, so we really address the defensive interior because we have the meats back on the inside. Leonard Taylor III coming out of Miami. Just the U being the U. More of a 3-tech, 4-tech, going to get after things. Christian Boyd, absorbing bodies at that 0-1 tech. Really love that pick. And then on the back end, Dylan Johnson from Washington. Running with size, running with a little bit of power, a little bit of speed too. So I really like that pickup. Him and Ty Chandler going forward. Daquan Hardy adding some cornerback depth. Again, adding Murphy Bunting in free agency to go along with Blackman and Murphy the second. It's pretty damn good. So throwing Hardy in that mix. Maybe you get something from Evans. Maybe you get something from Booth Jr. We'll see. And then Omar's coming. Omar's coming, baby. That's right. So special teams dynamo to start, maybe working his way up. Love the leadership, love the heart and hustle, and I think that he would be a great fit in purple. Again, he also already looks good in purple and yellow. Same thing with Christian Boyd. But that's it. That's 7-round Vikings mock draft. Let us know your thoughts and our thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.